Yeah, just excited to head up to Greenville. It's a brand new season, a great opportunity for our team, and we feel like we like where we're at and what we're trying to do with the bracket and all the teaching, everything that we talked about yesterday afternoon post game, and went back to work and a lot of film. And I'm excited for just the opportunity to play a really good Florida team that obviously just got us in Gainesville, and then a really good Kentucky team. It was a hard fought game there in Lexington. We were fortunate to come out on a positive note, and going to play a team that's going to be really good, and then excited for what lies ahead with Tennessee waiting on the winner. So a brand new season. It's something we talk a lot about. Preseason season 1, conference season 2, and now the SEC tourney season is another opportunity to win a championship. And we're just excited for what lies ahead for this basketball team. It's been the best season so far in the quarter of a century. So a lot to look forward to this week.
All right, Mason.
Coach, obviously you didn't end the regular season that you wanted to with the last 3 games. What were some things you saw in those games that you wanted to harp on going into SEC play that you need to improve on?
Yeah, the basketball game in the SEC, regardless, you have 16 opportunities, and in those opportunities, it comes down to mistakes, and it's always just, it's a small margin for mistakes, and we've had too many decisions that we've made on both sides of the ball, and it's really cost us because, again, it's going to be single-digit games most all the time, and you just don't have a lot of margin for error. And we've made a few mistakes that I think at critical moments too. It's when those come. So we'll continue to get back to our special situations, get back to our in-game preparation on both sides of the ball, and obviously now we won't know for a couple of days who we play, and I think it's the time of year is to do what you do best, and we just have some things we need to work on. I'm excited for our practice guys. I think they'll give us a great look tomorrow, and again, go back to being what Bama needs to be, and understand that we've got to minimize some errors.
All right, Maxwell.
Coach, outside of starting on Thursday, you guys are kind of in that same track you were last year. I guess you guys were where Florida and Kentucky are, but you're in that same kind of stretch of where you're the final game in each day. But just kind of knowing how, you guys were the playing game last year, just knowing how that momentum. What is your plans? I guess now. Well, let me just restart this. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. It's okay.
What is the plan? Because obviously, as you said, you don't know the opponent till Wednesday night, or I guess afternoon. What is kind of the plan going forward, trying to balance getting ready for Kentucky or Florida? And also the way you guys were last year, does that help at all being in that situation?
Well, I think anytime you have experience of an SEC tourney, that you can definitely draw from that. And we had some positive experiences last year. And, I think, the players that are coming in have never been to the SEC tourney. So I think, it's an exciting time. Tourney time is fun. And, the way our league handles, it's a really special tournament. It has such a special feel around it. So I'm excited for our players that have experienced it to experience it again, and for them to have the opportunity to help our newcomers, kind of maneuver and understand the little things that go into it. I think we're so proud of this team, as far as, going in and, tying for 5th. And yes, we wish it would have been a little better, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we have postseason. We know we're in the NCAA tournament. And I don't know that other than one other time when we got in, but that just to have that about it. No, we don't have the pressure on us to have to go win the first game or have to go do this. It's a brand new season. We have a lot of basketball to look forward to play. So we'll practice in the morning, and then we'll head to Greenville, and then we'll follow the regular tourney routine setup where you'll have an opportunity to go watch that game as a team, and we'll have the opportunity to practice. I think our time is later that night because it's a later game that we play on Thursday. So the practice flow, the media flow, the tournament gift choosing, all those things that go into the day. We just want our kids to really experience the day on Wednesday, to just enjoy, and to understand what an experience that is. It's something they're always going to remember.
Mason?
Coach, obviously this offense is really on full cylinder when all scores are going besides Brittany Davis. What does it take to make sure that multiple players are contributing on a day-to-day basis? That way, scoring is not so dependent on one or two people.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. We want them to shoot the first open shot, no hesitation. We need to understand the importance of playing off 2 feet, getting the ball to the paint, making good decisions. We missed way too many looks at the rim yesterday. We started the game that way. You can't miss looks in this league at the rim. You got to finish layups. And we missed too many yesterday. So we'll go back. We work on finishes every single day, Mason. So I think, instead of focusing on what we haven't done, focus on what we can do and just keep working on it. You either work on it or it works on you. So we always just have the mentality to go back to work the next day on the things that we need to and stay consistent with the fundamentals.
Ashley?
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
You mentioned earlier about pressure of being in the play-in game last year. Is there a different kind of pressure now, knowing that you could have had the opportunity of being a 4 seed and you really want to make a deep run in this tournament to maybe bolster up your NCAA tournament resume come tournament bracket time?
I think pressure is a privilege. So I don't mean that, I just think though, they're kids and they understand and the sense of urgency. Obviously we just want to win the next game because it's the next game. The 4 seed gets South Carolina and, our seed gets Tennessee. So you pick which one you'd rather have. Yes, we wanted to win yesterday, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And we're going to find the positives in it and the opportunity in it. Every day that we just get to wake up is a blessing. So we're just thankful for things much bigger than the opportunity to go play a game. So we're going to make sure our kids understand that they've had an amazing run and year, and we just want to build on that. And like you say, going and winning the first game is a start. So we got to focus on that now.
Maxwell?
Yeah, obviously you don't know how long your stay is going to be, but if there's one thing you wanted to see from your team while you guys are in Greenville, what would that be?
I think just great scoring balance. We've got to find ways for people to make plays. It's the time of year you can put them in a position, but players make plays. And I think your best players have to show up. And I'm not sure we've done that lately. And, against our big 4 have to show up consistently. And, I think when you look at our big 4, we all know who those are, and it's got to come by committee. That's when every team this time of year in March is at their best. It's by committee. So, it's not all on Britt's shoulders. It's not all on SA's shoulders. It's going to come by committee. And, we've got to make sure that our 4 leading scorers that have carried us through SEC play show up here down the stretch. And we've got to have everybody contribute, not just those 4.
Mason?
Honestly, at this time of year, no one's is a secret to anybody. Everybody's seen everybody play at least once, twice, maybe even 3 times. What is an advantage of knowing that regardless of who you play, you've seen, what they have to offer, but how's it also a disadvantage because people have seen how you guys play?
I think it's more of an advantage, when you get to see someone on film as much as we watch, and then you get to see them in person. I always think you can walk away with what I call more nuggets of how to be better the next time if you get that opportunity, or if it's a team you play twice in the league. So having seen those 2 here in the second half of conference play, Kentucky and Florida, I think it just gives us an advantage, and definitely some tweaks and some adjustments that we can make. Obviously there's some things that we feel like we can do better against both of them now, having seen them in person. I think also it's dictated a little bit by, what worked before, how can you build on that, and what didn't work well, how can you improve that? So I love this time of year, man. The preparation, I just love it. So it's an exciting time and a fun time as a coach. You love the preparation.